Did you have a go-to or favorite kriya that you liked? Because I have one that I want to share with you.
The one I used the most, and I still use parts of it,
Yeah.
was, believe it or not, the first one I really learned was the strengthening the aura kriya.
Okay.
Because it was relatively simple, but the aura was so important, and it really would change. It was with my numerology, it was one of the things I had to work on. I think it was aura and pranic body were the two. So oddly enough, I fell into that even before I got the numerology, saying I should work on an aura kriya or meditation. So that's just one of the things in my life path that I have to deal with. And I did notice a change too. And if it's going to keep your aura strong anyways, like that is our shield or force field. As funny as it sounds, it is our, I guess protection is the better term too. It can keep stuff away, and you do feel better when your aura is strong. And so a lot of people say that's where things originate, is in your aura before they actually hit your physical body, like when things go wrong. So that, even though it's not a popular kriya or one that people will be amazed by, be like afterwards, like, wow, that was amazing. I thought it was simple, yet got a good workout, because you're doing triangle push-ups at one point too. So for a good amount of time. And yeah, it really helped me. So that was like the one I would like fall back on, if nothing else. Even come back to today from time to time. So I would say it's like my favorite, but the one I've used the most for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I during the training, I stepped out to go use the restroom, as I do, because I don't just drink water, I chug water. And so I stepped out to use the restroom. And when I came back, the class had continued. There was a little pause, and there's like 50, 60 people, and I got back late, and they had already started practicing, right? And they were we were doing this, right? We were doing this, and the teacher was actually the master teacher. And so they're doing this, and he's like, get mad. Like, why did my parents do this? And why does this happen to me in my life? And so I didn't know what was happening. I just sat down. Okay, here I go. Right. And so bring your aura to be red, make it red. And so at the end of and then we start doing some punches, right? We're doing punches. And what he was describing is saying, like, and this was controversial for some, but I really liked it. What we were punching God. We were questioning God, like, God, why'd you do this to me? Universe, why did you allow this to happen to me, right? So that triggers something. When God is brought up, God is implanted, the thought of God is implanted into us at a very young age, right? Whether it's by our family, we watch something, we hear something, right? God, this thing that we don't really know, and what's tied with God, religion, right? So that's deeply ingrained into our subconscious. And so a lot of people struggle when you say, oh, question God. Like, oh no, like, don't question God, fear God, right? And so what he was explaining is like, you think God's going to be mad at a little speck of sand, a little ant? Like, it's like an ant trying to get mad at an elephant. Like, God's not going to get mad, actually. And so the whole point of that was to trigger something and actually get you mad. Get some part of your subconscious that you have anger and you have sadness, whatever it is, get in there, and then you're right, kind of like remove it and then plant a seed of love. Because the way we ended the class was laying down and then visualizing a lotus flower in our heart. And so, right, visualizing opening and opening and opening. And also then, what's the color of your lotus flower? What's the color of your lotus flower, right? It's like a big meditation. And at the end of the class, we come back up. I was crying, by the way. And I was like getting mad. I was remembering all this childhood stuff. And so at the end of the class, they're like, oh yeah, this was actually a rebirth kriya. And so it was a rebirth. Like, it's pretty much, leaving something to die and then letting a flower grow, just rebirthing. Anyway, that was my favorite. And so I'd love to teach that one.